everyone. Welcome once again back to Klavertje Kitchen here with Chef Vivian. Today I want to take you through our mise en place. So join me to see how we do our mise en place here for our little restaurant in our little city here of Cuisine. We um, diners come here to dine for let me see, 12 to 16 people can dine at a time in this little restaurant. So we make really unique and fine dining meals for people who like to eat like this. So we want to show you some of the simple ingredients we use here, like we have been doing all the week through, inspiring you with our tomatoes, and because it's what we have, the vegetable that we have in the season now. We have tomatoes, we have zucchinis, we have cucumbers. So we work mostly with vegetables in the season, and also vegetables that mostly are herbs that we pluck from our garden. So join me while I take you through our service and how we do our mise en place for our service. So as I said, our little and a small restaurant where we serve diners with homemade food. We make everything from scratch. It's not possible to show you everything we do here, but we just want to give you just an insight of some of the things, how we do our mise en place here, that you can see how it all happened. So let me start by, okay, I can start also. Let me start by, I'm going to prepare the eggs. I already boiled the eggs. So I'm going to prepare the eggs by just slicing them. We'll make egg salad. So this egg salad, I'm going to use them as appetizers. That is for the starter meal. So to serve to the guests when they arrive. So I'm just going to give it with the appetizer when they start eating. So I'm just going to I'm just going to slice them in very fine chunks, not too small and not too big. Not too big, but not really grated per se. So like you see what I am doing. So, and later at the end, I'll be showing how I normally present these appetizers to the guests.
Moni, say, Auntie, where are you from?
I am from Belgium. And where are you watching me from? Let me know. I am living in Belgium. Where are you watching me from? I'm Chef Viviane from Belgium, from a little city of Cuisine here in the province of West Flanders.
Moni, he is from Ghana.
Oh, welcome my people from Africa. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, every black all over the world, they are from Africa. Yes, I am African by root. Thank you for joining me and welcome to Klavertje Kitchen here with Chef Vivian. Thank you so much.
And Nasir, say hi to you. Nasir.
Hi, Nasir. Thank you for joining me at Klavertje Kitchen here with Chef Vivian. So I am showing now a little trick here about our preparation. We call it mise en place for our next service. So we run here a small restaurant where we where we serve delicious meals made all from scratch. So and we serve from appetizer until dessert.
And Moni, say you're welcome.
Okay, thank you,
From
and
Ghana.
stay tuned because we have so much to share with you guys. So I'm just going to, you see, just slicing them in this shape, in just very fine, not too smooth, but very fine. So I'm slicing them, so later I'll be adding a little bit of mayonnaise to it, and then I will season it, and then I will put it in a box, and it's ready for our next service. So it's just like you are not blending it, because when you blend it, it will become too smooth.
Money, he asked, please, how you go to Belgium?
How?
How you go to Belgium?
I live here and I am born here. It's not true. I live in Belgium since 18 years. So I am married and I live here with my family. Thank you for asking.
And Illuminati say, hey, how are you all? And his Illuminati asked, what we cooking?
Oh, Illuminati, welcome. Thank you for joining Klavertje Kitchen. At the moment, I am just preparing some mise en place for the next service. So I am starting with the appetizer for the service. I am slicing the eggs. I already cooked the eggs, and well done eggs. Then I slice them into, you see, like this, a little smooth piece like this, pieces like this, and I'm going to add some mayo to it and seasoning. So, and later I will be showing how to serve them at the end of this service, if you stay until the end to see how it's done. So I have so much to show, because sometimes people go to restaurant and they think you just go to restaurant and you receive a meal. We have to make preparation in advance for the service, for the next service. So I am making some preparation now, which we call mise en place, to be able to run a smooth service. So like now, what I'm doing is, the first is to prepare the appetizers, which is done by, I already boiled the eggs. So I'm going to, I'm slicing, or how do you call it? I am blending the eggs, not too smooth, but cutting them into really like grating the eggs. I don't know how. If you find the right word for what I'm doing, let me know in the comments, because sometimes it's difficult to find my words in English. So let me know in the comments if you know what I'm doing. Is the eggs. I'm working with the eggs now. So I'm cutting them in small pieces, so I can add mayo to it, and then I can use it for service.
Money say, I search a job. Can you help me, please?
Oh, at the moment, we don't have space here in our restaurant, because we work here with just two, me and my partner. So we have a very small restaurant. So maybe in the future, if we know each other, maybe if there is somebody who is finding job, I can let them know. But it's not so easy also to bring like people from other countries, to Europe. You have to pass through a lot of procedures. So that is how it is. But certainly, we build relationship. This is a channel where we want to build relationship and want to also share our passion with others all over the world. So we are building relationship. We don't know where the relationship ends. We only know where it begins. Sometimes it goes further than we ever think. So
Money. I'm currently working as a service technician.
That is nice. And technician, what kind of technician are you doing? Is it what kind of technician are you doing? Because there are a lot of technicians, certainly. I don't know what electrician
Service.
or what kind of service. What kind of service are you rendering? Sorry.
He say excavator machine.
Excavator.
Excavator machine.
And what is that machine for? Because I don't really have an idea. What kind of machine is that, and what does the machine do?
Earth moving machine.
Because we don't know everything.
Is the crown?
Is it to dig the ground, or to?
Yeah, then
Is it like digging the ground or making holes?
Yeah.
Or making holes, or like making foundation?
He say yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thank you for enlightening us, because we don't know everything here also. You see, we don't know everything. Also, we don't know everything here. So let me clean the table a bit, and we can keep working. So it's a bit messy. You see, when you are working in the kitchen, it's also a good job that you are doing. So why don't you continue your job? So it's cleaned. Going to set this aside. Thank you everyone for joining here with Chef Vivian from Klavertje Vier Kitchen, from a little country.
Simon, say hi to you. Simon Joseph.
Hi, Simon, Georgia. Where
Joseph.
are you? Joseph?
Joseph, yeah.
Oh, sorry for the name error. Thank you, Simon, for joining us here with Chef Vivian from Klavertje Vier Kitchen. Where are you watching us from? And hi and happy weekend. We are here today to show you some of our mise en place taking place right away from our little kitchen. So just join us step by step, how we can take you through what we do here on a daily basis, where we share some of the insights behind scene, what we do in our kitchen. So we are preparing now the mise en place for the next service. So we started now by preparing the eggs. So the eggs has already been cooked. So, and then I slice the eggs into these pieces.
Moni, he say, I am from India, but currently working in Ghana.
That's nice. Then you have a great job. If we are working already somewhere in Ghana, that means you're already earning, you're an international worker, I presume. So congratulations.
And Georgie, say hi to you. Georgie.
Hi, Georgie.
Yeah,
Georgie. Hi, welcome to Klavertje Vier Kitchen, and a happy weekend. Thank you for joining me. And
Georgie say good morning. It's morning from him.
Oh, wow. Good morning. Yes, thank you. Good morning. Here is evening. Good evening and good morning. Thank you. As an exchange of the season. Thank you so much. It doesn't really matter where you are joining us from, and whether it is morning or it's night, you are all highly welcome.
And Estella say hi to you. Estella.
Hi, Estella. Thank you for joining us here with Chef Vivian. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. So let me go and bring a bigger bowl so that I can continue the process. So I'm going to make a bit. So it's as simple as this. It's not difficult. So we can just, I'm adding a bit of the eggs. If I need more, I will add more. But I think maybe I will have just enough for this, for the service. So this is a mayo that I made. This homemade mayo. So I'm going to add the mayo to the eggs.
Moni asks, hello, bro, how are you? Please, cameraman.
Hey, hello, whoa, the cameraman. Let me show you the cameraman. Look at the cameraman. Hello. Look at the cameraman. What do you think? Okay. And is he a nice guy?
Georgie say, yum, homemade mayonnaise, excellent.
Yes.
Moni say, hello, sir, please.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So we are adding some spice to the salad. We call it egg salad, so that it gives a little bit of kick. I'm still going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper to it.
Charlene say hi to you.
Hi, Charlene. Welcome, Charlene. Welcome, Charlene.
Taylor.
Thank you for joining us here with Chef Vivian. Thank you for joining us. So I'll be right back. Let me just go and pick some herbs. Okay, so I'm going to add a bit of cayenne pepper because I want to give it a little bit of kick, and then a little bit of salt.
Charlene Taylor say, keep in touch.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I will keep in touch. I will check it out. Let me know in the comment or drop a message in any of the videos that you find from us. Drop a message so that I will know that you are the person, and so I can keep in touch. I know who you are, because if you are just like coming and going and we don't even hear from each other again, sometimes we lost sight. So drop a message so that we can communicate.
Charlene Taylor say, does it cost money?
So no, it doesn't cost money. No, it doesn't cost any money. It is free of charge. No.
And first, Pete say hello there.
I'm coming.
Oh yeah, okay.
She says she will be back.
She'll be back. 1 minute.
Okay, let's continue.
Does Pete say hello?
Hello,
there?
Pete. Hello, Pete. Thank you for joining Klavertje Kitchen. I will clean my.
Okay.
So it's working and cleaning your tools.
Sarah, 1 minute. I ask the recipe.
Yes.
On Vivian.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm back. I just went to bring.
And Sarah ask, what is the recipe for the homemade mayonnaise?
Okay, I will be making the mayonnaise. Wait 1 minute. I will be making the mayonnaise very soon. So
Charlene, hello. Let him to say hi.
I will be making the mayonnaise after this because we need the mayonnaise. So you can, if you stay tuned, you will see how it's made. It's so easy. It's not difficult at all. Yeah. So look at that. The salad is made. It's so simple to make.
Sarah asked what is the recipe for the homemade mayonnaise.
Yes, I'm going to show you I'm going to show you how to make the mayonnaise. So it's not so difficult, and you can see it directly. And also later I will drop the recipe for all what I made this evening. If you are interested, I will drop the recipe.
And Sarah say thank you.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome. So I'm going to add a little bit of lemon to it to give it a beautiful balance.
Yeah.
Not too much, just a little bit.
Wait. Charlene say, let him too say hi. Is that me?
Yes. Oh.
Okay, Charlene.
Hello. Look.
Hello, Charlene. It's me. Hello. How are you? Yeah,
hello. So you saw him. Thank you, Charlene, for joining. So.
Georgie say.
So I'm going to add a bit of parsley. So I'm just going to chop the parsley. Yes, I found the word.
Carlo say ciao from Carlo. Ciao from Carlo.
Ciao from yeah. Hello.
Carlo.
From Carlo. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Thank you so much. We do appreciate you guys all who is watching us from anywhere you are watching us. You are highly welcome. So I'm just going to add the green to the egg, so it gives it a very beautiful color. So, and a beautiful blend. Look how beautiful it is, and it's ready. It's so simple and yet so delicious. So this is our egg salad that we'll be using as appetizer for our starter meal for the next service. So look, it's so easy, and later I will show you how simple it is to plate it and give it a fine dining touch without any problem. So I'm going to test, because you have to test every meal to be sure that it's delicious and it's well seasoned. So I need some salt and still a little bit of acidity. So I'm going to squeeze the half of the lemon in. So I'm going to test it again. Still a little bit of salt. I'm going to add some cayenne pepper. So we are ready now, and I'm going to bring I find it very easy.
Carlos say bravissima. I think it's bravo.
Bravissima. Is that
bravissimo? Is Italian?
Yeah, bravissimo is Spanish or Spanish or Italian.
I don't know.
Are you Spanish or Italian?
Bravissimo.
Let us know. I think it's Spanish or Italian. We don't speak Spanish, we don't speak Italy, but Italian. But thank you so much. Whatever, thank you. It's bravo. Thank you. So we are going to transfer it, look, into a piping bag, because it's so easy. You see how beautiful and delicious it is.
Carlos say, your kitchen is very clean and organized. I am Italian. See?
Italian. Shit, I love Italians. Thank you. Thank you so much, all my Italian fans. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love Italy. Such a gorgeous land. Such a beautiful land. Oh, I'm lost for Italian, but other countries are also beautiful. But Italy is beautiful because of their pasta, their food, and their delicious welcoming, their warmness. They're a little bit African, so they are a little bit different from other part of Europe. It's just their way of doing, they just the Italian way. So thank you. You see, oh, I messed up the table there, but it doesn't mean I'm going to take it off and put it away. So we're not going to use that. So I'm going to clean my table again. So meanwhile, you see, we have prepared. Look at the mise en place for the service. You see, it's so easy as that. So it's fresh, it's delicious, and we're just going to pipe it in, and I'll be showing it later. So I use here with the help of a little bit of the sellotape, and then I put it around here, and then it's done. We are ready. It's done. The appetizer, you see how beautiful it's done. So I'm going to place this in the refrigerator while we go on with the day. So I'm going to clean the table, and then I will prepare all the ingredients for the mayonnaise, because we are going to allow the mayonnaise to come out to temperature, because the mustard in the mayonnaise is too cold now. To prevent the mayonnaise from splitting, you have to make sure that all the ingredients that you are using for the mayonnaise, they are of the same temperature, so you can prevent the splitting of the mayonnaise. So I'm going to put all together the ingredients for the mayonnaise while I show you other process. So cooking is always also cooking and cleaning. So you always have to cook and you keep cleaning. So it's a continuous process. So
Celestine, she say hello to you. Celestine.
hello, Celestine. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here with Chef Vivian from Klavertje Kitchen. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, and happy weekend. Thank you. Let us know in the comments where you are joining us from, and we'll be very glad to know. Thank you. So I'm going to put together all the mise en place. So here,
it's for the mayonnaise.
yes, for the mayonnaise. So I'm going to make a half of a liter mayonnaise. I'm making a half of a liter because this pot is a liter. So I'm going to make a half of a liter, so you can see how the mayonnaise is made. It's so easy. It's not difficult at all. I know some people used to use the egg yolks and the whole egg. You can use full egg, you can use egg yolk, but I'm just going to make a full egg mayonnaise, using the full eggs to make it. So you can use also the egg yolk or the full eggs, so it depends. So I want to make a thick mayonnaise, so I want it.
Celestine, she say blessings from Maryland.
Oh, thank you so much, and you also blessing and happy weekend. I hope you are enjoying your summer holiday because it was really warm here in our country. Today we are happy that the weather is a little bit chill, but we are still grateful for the time and for the day. So thank you for joining us, and keep watching. So I went to clean my hands a bit. So I have here the two eggs that I have here. So as I said, I'm going to make a ½ liter of mayonnaise so that you understand how it's made. Then I'm going to add a spoon. I know some people have maybe a quarter, but I add just 1 spoon of mustard. You see, a full mustard spoon. I find it delicious like that, and it gives that perfect bending to the mayonnaise. So I'm going to add then the oil. So you don't really need to measure it, but it's just like they have, you know, there is eggs already to give it more volume. So this is at least ½ liter of oil. So I'm going to add some good amount of salt. So of course you still have to test it, but since I have been making it for quite some time, I already know about how much salt I should add to the mayonnaise. But I think in a ½ liter or so is a quarter of a teaspoon. But you can always test it. A quarter of, not a teaspoon, sorry, a half of this. So I always do something like this. So you see, that is what I use. So once I will weigh it, I will try to weigh it to see how much it is.
But it's Himalaya salt.
Yes, it doesn't really matter which salt. I think Himalaya salt is a little bit, it's not so strong as other salt. So you see what I have here. That should be enough. So I think about 3.5 grams of salt I use. But if you want to add more salt, I think with 5 grams of salt, you have just enough. So you try it yourself, you test it, because everybody don't like the same amount of salt. And don't forget also, I hate to say it, I hate to speak about salt in grams, because sometimes some people just start like saying salt, use ½ teaspoon of salt. I have seen a lot of recipes where people speak about a teaspoon of salt. When you add the teaspoon, it is too much. Don't forget, if it's too much, you cannot remove. But if it's too less, you can add still a pinch of salt to it and then stir it, and it will be good. So it's better always that is less salt than too much salt. So I hope you understand. So then I'm going to add some pepper, using my pepper more, but you can also use grated pepper that you have. You can also use cayenne pepper. Sometimes I use it for the mayo also. So then I'm going to add, that is vinegar, just plain vinegar. I always add 2, so that is 1 tablespoon of vinegar I do add. So that is 2 is 1 tablespoon this. So that is all the ingredients we need for the mayo. So what I'm going to do now is, because I'm going to put it aside. Why? Because mayonnaise needs all the ingredients to come on of the same temperature. So if you are making mayo, sometimes people say why it splits. Is because when you are just taking and bringing, I'm using the mustard that I'm using here. I'm taking it, I just took it out now from the refrigerator, and it's so cold. It's very cold. So if you add it to the oil, add the eggs to the oil, you start, I'm going to use a staff mixer, that is a hand mixer, to mix the mayonnaise, which is very easy for me. You can also use the cooking robot, that is a cooking machine that is turning like this, very slow to do it, but I find the hand mixer very easy. So instead of you know using the other machine, you can also use the staff mixer. So you have to let all the ingredients come to a temperature, so when to avoid splitting. So that is only the reason why we are putting it aside. So we put it aside now for a couple of minutes, maybe for 10, 15 or 20 minutes, and we are sure that when we are bringing our mayonnaise into an emulsion, it will be the right temperature and it will be good and not splitting. So I will put it here aside while I continue to show other technique or other things we are going to do today. So I'm putting also everything here on the table away. So I'm putting everything away so that we have enough place to work. So thank you everyone for joining us here from our little kitchen here with Chef Vivian from Klavertje Vier kitchen. Welcome if you are just joining us. Thank you for being here. We do appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. We do appreciate you, and we thank you all for giving us your time and for also spending your weekend with us. So meanwhile, while the mayonnaise is coming to a temperature, we are going to start the heat and we are going to do the next mise en place. So we always clean here, we always clean up our kitchen, and everything is always clean. Cooking is cleaning, always cleaning. So I'm going to put on the heat to the highest, so it boils very fast. So we have so much to do. We have so much to do. So meanwhile, while the water is boiling, we continue the next process. So while the water is boiling, and we are going to do the next mise en place. So we have here a small restaurant here where we serve meal. Every meal that we made or we serve is made from scratch. So we try as much as possible to do most and almost all our mise en place immediately before the next service. So now we are preparing the mise en place for the next service. So we are going to slice the onion that we will be using also for the service. So we are going to slice it very fine. So we are making a very fine slice. So it's very, very fine. We are slicing it. So we want it to be really, really tiny. So we don't want, we just that's just the taste. It's not that we are adding too much onions to the food. It's just to add a flavor to the meal. So we mostly use onion, not always, but for this meal now, because it's the season of tomatoes, so we are going to add some onions to the tomatoes. So I start crying already. I start crying already in my eyes. So it's onions, you know. So you see the onions, I start crying already. I cannot see anymore, but I'm okay. I have tears in my eyes. So I want to slice it very fine. So you see it's so, it's hurting so much. It's hurting so much. I don't like onions, you know. Wow, so it's really hurting. Oh. So it's fine. I slice it very fine. So that is not seen anymore. So I have to be careful of my fingers. I'm not seeing anymore, so I just have to use technique, the technical to slice. So I'll be so glad that it's finished. Oh my God, I'm crying like a baby.
Bisa ito kan?
I hate onions because of this, even though onions are so tasty, but I hate them. So we have here the onions has been diced. You see, they have been finely diced. So I want to dice it very, very small. So I'm going to clean my eyes. Yeah. So I'm going to package the onions also. It's ready for the mise en place. So that is what we have here, very fine diced onions. You see that we'll be using is just enough, so we don't do anything more than the next service. So we only prepare for the next service and we are done. So when it's finished, we prepare again for the other service. So we never prepare more than the next service. So we have the onions that we'll be using for the mise en place. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. I'm going to clean my table again. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for tuning in to Klavertje Kitchen with Chef Vivian. So I'm going to use my bowl here as a dustbin to clean the onion. Oh, it's very touch screen. So we are always cleaning here. It's part of our job. Okay, so now I'm going to clean the garlic. So my eyes are already in tears because of the onion, but I'm fine. Okay, so I'm removing, peeling the garlic. So, 1 minute. This is not good. Thank you everyone for joining us here in Klavertje Kitchen with Chef Vivian. Thank you for joining us. Let us know where you are joining us from, and welcome to our kitchen, and happy weekend to you guys all over the world. Let us know where you are joining us from. We'll be so happy and so glad to know this. So I'm like cleaning the garlic. It's all part of the mise en place for the next service. So we are cleaning the garlic, and we are going to chop the garlic also. I'll put it in a container and ready for service, so we can begin to cook immediately that the diners come in for service. So we don't need too much of the garlic, but we need we run here a mini restaurant, so it's not like the most restaurant everywhere. So it's a really mini restaurant. So we do maximum here 16 covers, that is 16 people in one sitting. So we don't do more than that. And so it's a really mini restaurant that we run here, but we make everything from scratch. We make everything at home and from scratch. So, and we have a very small dining space also, not big at all. It's not like the most restaurants with big place. No, our dining place is really small, so just for enough for 16 people. And that is the only that is how many people can sit in one sitting. So I'm just going to slice the garlic, also chop the garlic into small pieces. You can also use a mortar for this process, but I don't like grinding my garlic entirely into a smooth paste. Yes, if you want it to be smoother or to be like a paste, you can better use a mortar for this process or even a blender. But I never use blender for my garlic. I still like to, you know, taste the crunch of garlic, so that is why I always slice it using my the chef knife to do this. And I find it that is okay. I just dice them to a, you know, a well small size, a really small size. So I will just keep dicing them. Sometimes they jump out, but I just keep dicing them until we see that they come in really small pieces. They start coming together. So then I clean my knife and then I keep slicing. Thank you all for joining us here with Chef Vivian from Klavertje Kitchen. How are you guys? How are you doing? Where are you joining us from? Let us know in the comment. We will be so glad to know where you are joining us from. So I'm just showing you how you can also use this process also to organize your kitchen, where when you have diners or where you have people coming in for service or coming in for dining, you can prepare a little bit in advance so that you can be able to serve all your diners, you know, and serve them delicious meal. You know, we are here making delicious meal and fine dining meal to serve everybody who come in to dine with us. So that is the main purpose of this video. Also a kind of pre-prep. You know, we are not cooking our meal in advance. We only make preparation in advance, like slicing the vegetables, cleaning the vegetables, so and then slicing maybe the potatoes, but we never cook in advance. So we have another style of cooking here, that is we only cook on demand when the clients are seated in the restaurant and they order their meals or their menu, or we start cooking. But we sometimes have a clue of what they are going to eat, and then we make the meals in that demand. So I'm using my small pot to, you know, to store the garlic. So the garlic is ready. You see, it's not grinded as a paste. You see, it's just chopped very, you know, very small, in small pieces. So I like it that way. That is how I like the garlic. So the garlic is ready. I'm going to close it. And then I'm going to store it in the refrigerator. So we always work and we store in the refrigerator and we continue. So everything is taken to the refrigerator every time we finish one mise en place, so to keep it cold and to keep it fresh. So because it's very warm here, we can also not keep anything outside, otherwise it will spoil and it will become old. So we take it directly after the mise en place is completed. We bring it to the refrigerator to keep it fresh and cold, of course. So there's always dirt in the kitchen when you are working, so we keep cleaning. It's just a trick. You see, when you keep cleaning like this, at the end when you finish the mise en place, your kitchen is as clean as when you started. So but if you don't clean like this, what will happen when you finish working? Sometimes some people start working, and when they finish, the whole kitchen is dirty, everywhere is full of dirt, the floor. But here is never like that. We always clean our kitchen as we work, as we do anything in the kitchen. We try to clean that space always. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us here with Chef Vivian from Klavertje Kitchen. Okay, let me show you the next, which is the mayonnaise. I'm going to put this here aside. And now you see, I don't know if you guys who asked for the mayonnaise are still there. Let me know in the comment if you are still watching. You ask for the mayonnaise and the recipe of the mayonnaise. I can leave specific the recipe of the mayonnaise in the comment, but normally there is also a recipe, a video special for mayonnaise on the channel. You can check it out if you want, but this is also the demonstration. You see, the mayonnaise is normally to temperature, so we can emulsify the mayonnaise now by using a staff mixer for this purpose. So I'm going to use it, but I feel it's still a little bit cold, so I will still give it like 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, because it's important that all the ingredients are of the same temperature before you start mixing the mayonnaise. So I will wait for still some few minutes. So what I'm going to do next then is to blanch the tomatoes. So I have here fresh tomatoes that have been plucked and washed from the garden. So I'm going to blanch the tomatoes. That's emondé. Then I will remove the skin of the tomatoes immediately, and it's ready then for service. So to do this, I'm going to just add the tomatoes to the warm water for a few seconds, so the skin will be easily removed when you do that. And I will do like half first. So stir it for a few seconds. Normally it takes about 30 seconds for this purpose. So you just want to stir it for a few seconds and then you remove it. Like all the small tomatoes are ready. You see the tomatoes are already split open, even the big ones are ready. So you have to drop it again to a cold water. So the cold water has to stop the cooking process of the tomatoes. Then I'm going to add the rest to the boiling water and stir for about 30 seconds and thereabout, and it will be ready. And I can then show you how to remove the skin of a tomato. We call this emondering. That is, you drop the tomatoes in a cooking water for some seconds. It takes about 20 to 30 seconds, and mostly the small tomatoes can even take maybe 15 to 20 seconds, while the big tomatoes maybe take 30 seconds. So it enables you to remove the skin of the tomatoes without any problem. We do this because of some guests who have a problem of digestion. So because sometimes digestion problem is very difficult, so most people have it when they eat the skin of vegetable. It's not only tomatoes, most vegetable also. So this is like more difficult to go. Maybe the water is as cold so you can feel it. Yes, yes, I can feel it, so I will remove it. So this is done. So we just sear it. I added it to this big bowl of water. So it starts the temperature of the tomatoes. It's already stopped cooking. So you can see that it's not really cold, but it's already low. So it's not that cooking anymore. So I'm just going to peel the tomatoes. You see, they are so beautiful. Then I will use them to make a dish, to create the dish. So I have here a bowl which I'm going to just peel the tomatoes using my fingers. You can also use a potato knife for this demonstration, but I find it easy using your fingers. You can also use your fingers for this demonstration. So you can just rub it off also like this. You see, immediately you go around it, it will rub. So we call this the pear tomatoes. So this is a pear species of tomatoes. We have the red pear tomatoes and we have the yellow pear tomatoes. They are all freshly plucked from our little garden behind our home. So I will use it here to make meals, especially in the summer season. And in the winter, we don't have tomatoes, so we also serve other types of winter vegetables. So we only cook seasonal with seasonal vegetables. So sometimes it sounds, but you don't really need to remove the skin of the tomatoes. It is not compulsory, but we just do it here because um it tastes really refined when you remove the skin of the tomatoes. But in a cherry tomatoes like this, the smaller ones, the skin are really thin. They are not so thick like most tomatoes. So you are not really obliged to, or no, it's not compulsory, let me use that word, to remove the skin of the tomatoes. But we do it here because it helps digestion, and most people who cannot digest and the peel of vegetable, and they find it's really easy for them. So that's why we do it. And then if you like, you can watch tomorrow also to see the meal that we created using these beautiful tomatoes. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share with your friends and family, or to whom it may be useful. Our aim here is to inspire you to cook beautiful and delicious meal using fresh and common ingredients you can find around you. So, and I believe everybody all over the world, we have beautiful and delicious, uh, easy ingredients we can always have in our closets, or in our kitchen, or in our garden. So if you check out our video of the past week, you will see all our inspirational video using tomatoes and cucumbers. So let us know if you have any question also, so we can answer your questions. Ask your question, send us your questions so that we can answer them. So we are still busy peeling the tomatoes. So where are you watching us from? From which country are you now? And how is the weather in your country? What meal do you like cooking the most? Do you like tomatoes? Because we have tomatoes now in the season. So it's not difficult. You can rub it off. You see, you rub it off this way, and they are so delicious when you peel the tomatoes. I find it personally, I love the tomato sauce with the combination of the different types of tomatoes, and the taste really delicious. It's a balance of flavor between sour, sweet, and sometimes um, not too sour and not too sweet. Just they are of all taste. So thank you everyone for joining here with Chef Vivian from Klavertje Kitchen. Thank you for joining us, and leave your questions so we can answer them, and we can also communicate. I can also know you, get to know you better. Let us know where you are watching us from, and happy weekend to each and every one of you that is watching us now. Thank you for joining. So we have here various type of tomatoes. We have here the pear, yellow pear, the red pear, and we have the wine. We call it the wine color tomatoes, and we have the green zebra and the Roma, I think. So there are different species of tomatoes here. So you see all the peels that we have here. You can give it to your chicken if you have, and they love it. The chicken love it so much. They will be so glad you did. I know everybody don't have a chicken, or everybody don't have a farm, but if you have one, you can give it to them, and I'm sure they will be very glad. So tomatoes done. So I have here all the colors of the tomatoes, and I'm going to add this to the tomatoes also, because I'm just creating that color, rainbow color, in the tomatoes. So we have here the green zebra is going to add that beautiful rainbow color to the tomatoes. So it's not in any particular shape, it's just and bake. We are going to, saute the tomatoes like this with the onions and the tomatoes, and we can serve it. Okay, it's okay now, so we don't have to do anything anymore. The tomatoes is ready. We are going to take it to the refrigerator as always, and I'll be back. So that is, the tomatoes is ready. So it's also easy when you make your mise en place, it's like when you are cooking for a lot of people. You prepare your tomatoes. Even if you want to use it as a salad, you prepare your tomatoes in advance. You clean it, or you slice them in different shapes, or round shape, or maybe in the square shape, or any shape you want to shape it. You can slice it in advance and you put it in a container like this, and you close it, and you keep it in your refrigerator, and you have the mise en place ready for your guests. So I'm going to clean my table again, and so we can go on with the next. So we always have here a lot to do in the kitchen. So when you are going to a restaurant, you know that there's so much to do before the meal come on the table. There's always a lot of mise en place, everything to be put together before a meal is brought to the table. So I'm going to clean this and put it aside, because we are done with removing the skin of the tomatoes. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us here with Chef Vivian from Klavertje Kitchen. Thank you, everyone. So we are going now to emulsify the mayonnaise. So let me show you how it's done. I'll be using my staff mixer. So I'll be using my staff mixer for this purpose. So you can also use a blend and a robot, a kitchen machine. That is a big machine for this purpose. You can also use it, but I am using the hand mixer. It is easy for me. It is easy to use the hand mixer. It's not so difficult. So there is a method of mixing mayonnaise. So you have to, like for instance, I have here, there is from low to very high, which is high. So I'm going to put it in between high and in the middle for the speed. Because if you don't know how to use this hand mixer, the mayonnaise can split. So you have to be careful. So you are going in a motion that is mixing from under to up. So it's a specific way of mixing. So it's not like the just mixing like you are mixing a soup, or you are mixing a sauce or whatever. You don't mix mayonnaise that way. Mayonnaise is mixed in a circular motion, and you come up and you keep mixing. So let me show you how it's done. So you place your mixer at the bottom. So you go like this. So I'm going to reduce it a bit again because it's high. So you go like this. So the hard work.
Nee, was niet min, nee.
What?
Min is hier.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Ja.
Okay. So you are moving and you are taking, then you are coming up like this, and then you go down. Then you come up, you go down. So then you go. Then it's done. So you don't have to mix in more, because when you mix it more, it will split. So you see, that is how your mayonnaise should be holding on the mixer like this. So that is just what I was trying to tell you. Make sure that the mixer is not too strong and it's not too weak. So it just have to be medium enough to whisk the mayonnaise. So you are moving emotionally. That it's kind of movement. First you mix it from under, then you lift, the you lift the mixer a little bit.
Hier.
What?
Daarnaast voor de toon.
Yes, you mix it like this first. You mix it like this and you go like this. You mix it again, you go like this, and then you go like this. That is how you mix mayonnaise. Because if you just mix it like this, it will split. So you first mix it, then you go like this, you mix it again, you go like this, and then you start mixing like this to up. So that is how you mix mayonnaise. So if you do it rightly, it should be right. So, and when you get this you emulsify the mayonnaise, you have this, you don't have to keep mixing anymore, otherwise the mayonnaise will split. So it's easy, it's not difficult with a hand mixer, but you have to be careful with all the ingredients that you are using to make the mayonnaise. You must make sure that all the ingredients have the same temperature, that they are all of the same temperature. So I'm just going to bring with my, you see, when you're making the right mayonnaise, it should be able to stick. You see, it should be able to stick, like you see it's moving. It should be able to stick like this to your spoon. So that is how you call it, you emulsify, and you have a very beautiful mayonnaise. That is how it should look like. So the mayonnaise is ready. So we are going to take it also to the refrigerator while I continue to show you other. So let me put it away. So hello, thank you everyone for joining us here with Chef Vivian from Klavertje Kitchen. Welcome and happy weekend to you guys. Where are you watching us from? Where are you and how are you doing, and how is the weather in your country? Let us know in the comments below. So we are going to clean our table again while we continue our service. So now we are going to peel some potatoes. And so we are using these delicious potatoes because we make everything from fresh. We are going to make French fries for these guests. So I know sometimes it's easy to buy French fries from the shop, but the French fries that you make at home is really more tastier, and it's really more delicious. So you can also make it at home, because these guests, they ask particularly for homemade French fries. So we are going to make it particularly for these guests. So we don't always make a French fries here, but we make it particularly for guests who ask for it. So we are making this particularly for these guests because they love the homemade French fries from us. So French fries is made of, different ways. You first pre-cook them in a warm oil of 160 degrees, and allow it to cool down entirely, and then we fry them again for the second time to give it the really crispiness that the potatoes deserve, the fries. So it's also easy here to use the peeler instead of this the potato knives. Yes, you can also use the potato knives, but the peeler really peel the potatoes really thin, so you are not losing a lot of your potatoes to the peel. So it's better that you use a kitchen utensils like this. So especially for people who don't really use a lot of potato knife, this will save you a lot of potato, and I find it even quicker when you are using it to peel potatoes. So you see how we work here hard. We work here so hard to make food for very few people. It is not always like people come into the restaurant and they think that everything is so ready and it's easy. No, we work very hard every day. We work hard to bring that delicious meal to every table that comes, or every diner that comes to dine with us in our little restaurant. We work so hard to bring that fresh and delicious meal to them. So you see how it's done here. So thank you everyone for joining here with Chef Vivian from Klavertje Kitchen. Thank you for spending your weekend with us. It's part of your weekend with us, and for seeing watching what we do behind the scene. And we are just trying to show you, also to inspire you, that you can cook delicious meal at home also, using simple ingredients you can find around you, like these potatoes, which I suppose everybody around the world eat potatoes and they know much about potatoes. So sometimes I choose specific ingredients like potatoes, and I know that a lot of people know potatoes, and all over the world people eat potatoes. So it is well-known food for most people, and especially in the Western country. So I find this very easy to peel using the peeler. So you can remove the skin, you see, and you don't lose a lot of your potatoes using that. So you can peel really fast. And they are not very expensive. You can get them in almost every grocery shop. These peelers, they are really magic. You can use them also not only to peel potatoes, you can also use them to peel your carrots and even other vegetables. So let us know where you're watching us from, your country, how the weather is in your country today. It's very warm here in Belgium, in Europe as a whole. The temperature is very warm here in the summer, and we are just passing through this very warm period, warm season, and today is even better than most of the days. We didn't see a lot of sun today, but it's still very warm here. So you can see how easily you can peel your potatoes using these easy tools. Very, very easy. So you always have to add water also. You always have to add water also to the potatoes to prevent the potatoes from going black. Because of the presence of starch in the potatoes, if you don't add water to your potatoes can become black and darken. So your fries are not beautiful anymore and vibrant in color. So you have to prevent that by adding enough water to your potato. The potato have to sit under the water. Enough water to cover the potatoes. So we are almost there. So sometimes it depends. You can also use the other knives. There's a kitchen knife or the potato knife, but I find this really, really easy to use. And anybody can use this, even somebody who don't always cook can use it. Maybe it will maybe not so fast, but you will certainly use it well to peel your potatoes without any problem. Okay. You see?
How much kilo do you peel?
I already peeled 5 kilos of potatoes in a few minutes. You can see there is 5 kilos of potatoes. Using these tools is so easy. It's not difficult at all. So you see why sometimes tools are very important in the kitchen. Sometimes just a little tools like this, you know, just a little tools like this can really help you to work faster. You can imagine using a small tools like this, what it can do for you in the kitchen. You can buy it everywhere and it's so easy. I find it so easy to peel potatoes or even carrots. So I've been peeling this potato now for a few minutes, and I already peel 5 kilos of potatoes, you know, using these tools. So maybe it will be a little bit longer for you, but certainly it's worth trying. Using that tools is really, really easy. So let me clean the table again so I can show you the next process, how it's done. So the next process, I'm going to slice the potatoes into the shape of the fries that I want to make. So I'm going to add a little bit with here, that is not moving. Okay, here. And then I'm going to bring another one to support it. Okay, so that is not moving. I'm going to bring another one. Okay. So now we are going to slice the potatoes. So I have here a quarter of about 10 millimeter. So it's not a really tiny quarter, but you see how it looks like. So I like that size of fries. They are not too tiny and they are not too big. So you have that crunchiness from outside, and you still have the, the soft tenderness, or the from inside. You still have the juiciness, or of the creaminess of, I don't know how to call it, the potato from inside, while outside is still crunchy. But if it's too big, I think it's too potato. You have too much potato like that, and not enough crunchy for the fries. And if it's too small, because some people prefer it smaller, and it's like it's a stick, potato stick. So I prefer these sizes, about 10
Millimeter.
millimeters. Yeah. So I'm just going to press them through. So they are so beautiful, and the color of the potatoes, and the potatoes will be so crispy. Maybe I can share a picture tomorrow in the post of what I made after service. So you can see how beautiful the fries are, and how crispy they look also. So it's a 5-course meal. So it's not just the potatoes they are eating, so we are making different meals up to the potatoes. The potato is just a side dish to eat with the main course. So it's a fries. I hope I can push this through. I will see. Okay, yes, I did. So that is how we do it. It's so easy, but sometimes you need a lot of power to push it through. So I'm going to clean the machine, or the tools to slice. Is a manual tool, but it's a very, very good one. Honestly, you wouldn't be disappointed. I know a lot of people cannot, so this is mostly for chef, because we have this machine since 10 years, I think. Yes, since 10 years we have it, and we have never been disappointed by the machine. It's so good. So I'm going to put it aside so I can rinse it and keep it away later. So there is something I always do also when I slice my fries. After slicing my fries, so I always select the fries. So you don't need to at home, but I do it. Yes, that is why we call it here fine dining. So we always select our fries. Why? Because when if you don't select the fries, you see you have this, they are not the same sizes with this. So what happens when you fry them, this will become so crispy, and sometimes they are burnt and they make the oil dirty. So we want to keep our oil so clean as possible, and that all the potatoes, all the chips are getting ready at the same time. So we select the potatoes. So that is just our doing here. You are not obliged to do that, but we do select the potatoes, and we use the small chips, those small pieces. We add them all together, and sometimes we make purees from it. And so we don't throw. We have here zero waste in our kitchen, so we almost throw nothing away. So we can use those pieces. We add them at the end of 2 or 3 days. We use them to make a puree for ourselves, and sometimes we can even use it to create something as appetizer to serve also to the guests. So we never throw anything here away, so except maybe the peel of the potatoes, but not, we make just meal that is enough for the service. So I pick them, and yes, I am used to doing this, so I can feel it immediately in my hands if the sizes are good to be picked. And at the end, you can see what I'm speaking about, that all the pieces of the potatoes are just left under. So make sure you do this also if you are doing it quickly, because why? You don't want your potatoes to become black because of the presence of starch in the potatoes. It can start becoming black, blue black. So you want to prevent that by working fast, and if you cannot work fast enough, it's better that you rinse this again immediately after you slice it before you start picking them. So you remove a little bit of the starch away. So I've been doing it for years, and maybe that's why sometimes it goes fast, not difficult. It's just a little bit of attention or details that we do here in our kitchen. We want to make sure that every meal that we serve is really made with care. So you see that it's almost getting empty. Sometimes when you start, it's as if it's going to take eternity, but when you keep going, you see that you can do it, and everything will be clean in a couple of minutes. So after the potatoes or the fries have been picked or have been selected, let me use the word selected, then we have to rinse it again. I have to rinse it like twice again to remove every starch from the water so that it will be fresh. And then I'll just keep it under the water until when we wake up to fry it for the first time, we allow it to cool down a bit before service starts. So we always fry off when the clients are here, when the service begin. So we fry off them. So we start service and then we fry off. Then we fry it before service for the first frying to allow it to cool down entirely before we fry it again. So we call that pre-frying. So make sure you leave your question if you have one in the comments below so we can know where are you watching us from. Do you like cooking, and what do you like cooking? Let us know what type of meal that you love so we can share and exchange knowledge with you guys. So let us know. We'll be really pleased to know this. So look at that. You see, look at what you have left. So as I said, we are not going to throw this away. We are just going to clean them, add water to it also, and we can use it also to make puree or whatever. We add a little bit more because every 1 or 2 days, when we have it in 2 days time, we have enough to make puree or to make any meal that we can use also as appetizer, or even to make just puree as side dish for ourselves. So we have the fries. Look how beautiful they are, ready now. So I'm just going to put it aside, clean, and add clean water to it, and just leave it under the water until it's time for service. So I will be back. I'm going to take this also and clean it up. So the next what we are going to do now is to clean the fish. So we are going to remove all the bones from the fish. We want to make a delicious fish menu. So we are going to clean the fish here. We have this delicious fish that is just brought from the shop, just delivered for this service. So as we say, we only buy according to demand. So we cook only on demand, not we don't cook, we don't buy anything that we don't want to serve. So it's only on demand that we cook. So we make menus and people come in. When they eat, everything is finished, we start afresh. So that is how we do it here in our little kitchen. So our aim is not to, we are not like every other restaurant where people just walk in and sit down and eat. So no, we only work with reservation, and we have only place for 16 people. We are really small restaurant. We work with two. I'm the chef and also my partner, and we serve clients. We only do the mise en place, and when clients come in, they sit in the restaurant and we start cooking. So we start cooking according to their demand. Sometimes we have a clue of what they are going to eat, and then we start preparing it. So most of the time we serve here a 5 course menu. Clients can even ask or even and demand up to 7 course menu, so it depends. So we all even have also a 4 course menu or 3 course menu, or sometimes even some clients come to ask a la carte. A la carte means they ask for what they like to eat. We even have a specific another way of service here, where people can even choose. That is to say, you can clients just choose what they want to eat, anything at all that is not even on our menu card or on our menu. So client can just come or phone or just reserve to say, okay, we are coming to eat maybe only potatoes with shrimps or so, and then we say okay, it is okay, and we order that and we make that for the client, and it's finished. So that is the kind of service that we run here. So now I'm going to clean the fish. So the fish is a fillet, fresh fillet that already it's already been filleted, and this is a red bass, that is red mullen. I don't know how they call it, a red bass. If you know red bass in the sea bass family, so that is it. It's really fresh. It's just coming. You see, it's just delivered this evening. So I'm going to pull every bones because I don't want people to have bones in their mouth while eating. So by pulling the bone, you have to pull it, you have to do it easily. And the red bass is a wild fish. It's not a farm fish. It's not a farm fish. So the bones are really hard. It's not like the basic, like the farm fish or farm salmon is very easy to pull out, but this one is very hard. So you have to be very careful not to destroy the meat also, or the flesh of the fish. But you have to be careful. It's really difficult, but just hold it and twist it a bit. So I have here a teaser, a special teaser for this. It is a really difficult fish to remove the bones. It's not so easy as other fish. You see how difficult it is? I still have one here. This is so difficult, this one. So let me see. Okay, I have it. That is a very big and long bone. So I have removed it. You want to remove every bone that the guests are not having bones in their mouth. So you feel it. Okay. Of course, I'm still going to wash them. So you see it's really strong. So I'm using these tools also. It's a very easy tool also to remove the fish bones. Very. I'm going to use a glove because I don't like the smell of fish on my hands. So I'm going to clean my hands. So normally don't smell that much. It's a really fresh fish. It's not smelling at all, but I don't like anything fish on because I will be going to bed very soon. So I don't want to be smelling fish, so it's better that I wear my gloves. So it helps a lot to keep that away. So yes, we can go on. So there's here, it's so difficult, the white fish. So but if you pull it, so and then you can feel all the bones by just gently, not too hard, because if you do it too hard you can have a pierce of, a pierce of bone in your finger, on your finger or in your finger. So make sure you are careful while feeling it. So just go with your hand like this through, and then you can remove every bone. So now I feel the bone is finished. So that is how we continue to pull each and every bone from the fish. So it's a very difficult fish to clean. It's not like most fish. Some fish are so easy, you just pull the bone and you don't have any problem. But with white fish, so that is what they are. Really delicious. Wild fish are delicious, but they have a very hard bone to twist or to remove from their skin. So they are they have a very wide, serious, tough bones. So but they are delicious. I bet you they are really delicious. So I feel it now. It's out. So I bet you it's really difficult. Even me, with all my years of experience, I still really find it hard to remove the bones from a wild fish. So you just have to use a technique. You twist it so that you don't destroy the flesh of the fish. So we have done so much for this mise en place. So I hope you guys love staying with us this weekend. Thank you for giving us your time, and thank you for supporting us, and happy weekend to you guys, to all of you. It's almost Sunday. So how are you spending your weekend? Are you enjoying your weekend? How is the weather in your country? Let us know in the comment below. Thank you for joining us here with Chef Vivian from Klavertje Kitchen. So difficult, you see. Okay. It's always the wild fish. It's not so easy. So twist and you remove. I feel it. If there is nothing, it's finished. So let us know in the comments which meal you would like us to make or to show. And for those of you, or for you who asked about the mayonnaise, the recipe, you can find it on our channel. We have a recipe for mayonnaise that previous some. I think we made the mayonnaise last year or so. You can always find the recipe on our channel, so check out the recipe. If you need the recipe for the mayonnaise, you can find it on our channel. So it's really delicious and easy to make at home, and you don't need any special tools to make it. You just need only the technique to get the technique right. So the fish is really delicious. I love red bass, except removing the bones. And you know, there's another method of removing the bones. If you don't want to remove the bones now, you can cook the red bass before removing the bones, but it takes a little. You know, when you finish cooking, you want to serve your fish immediately, so sometimes you don't have that time also to remove the bones again. Otherwise, it is really easy to remove the bones after cooking, especially when you wash the fish a bit. You can just remove the bones without any problem. So there's here a stubborn, it's here a stubborn one. I think here also. Yeah, okay. And now it's out. No, here there is still one here. Okay, here. Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Happy weekend here with Chef Vivian from Klavertje Kitchen. Thank you for spending your weekend some time with us. And how is the weather in your country, and where are you joining us from? Let us know in the comments below. So we also be sharing a photo or a picture of what we made using this mise en place tomorrow in our post, so you can see what we made using this, using what we just prepare now for the service. So we are going to serve a 5-course meal, and this is the main course. So we'll be preparing other starter meal and between meals also, and tomorrow we'll be sharing some of the pictures of what we made this for this mise en place. So you see, even the machine cannot remove these tiny, strong, very hard bones. So you see, they are so difficult. You sometimes just have to be careful not to remove the flesh. So you feel it again. I'm just passing my finger through, or just feeling the skin, the top, the flesh of the fish like this. And if you can pass through without any obstacle, the bones are out. So if there is an obstacle, you will feel it immediately. You see, you cannot run your finger through this fillet now because there's a lot of bones on it. Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Thank you for watching. Klavertje Kitchen. Thank you for giving us your time here with Chef Vivian. Like, support our channel, and then share with your friends and family or to whom it may be useful. If you like cooking and you like a fine dining recipe, check out our videos on our channel where we share a lot of inspiration about fine dining, cooking and cuisine. You can also see a lot of modern technique in our meals, and you can choose which one is your favorite or which one you will like, you love. And if you have an idea of what you would like us to create or make, also let us know so we can keep feeding you the right the right videos or the right recipes that you need. So it's so difficult with this fish. Is a little bit difficult to remove the bones, so you have to be a little bit careful, but we are going there. So you feel it this way and we keep going. We are almost there, but as you know, we have a small restaurant, and we can serve up to 16 people at a time, not more, because we are working here with two, my partner and me, and I'm the chef, and we serve just fine dining to people who want to eat in a quiet environment, not too noisy, but really delicious food. That we make everything here from scratch. Cooking is for me a passion. It's my hobby, and it's also my job, and I cook every day. This is just what I do all day long, cooking and serving guests with my love and passion for it. So thank you everyone for joining me and for making this passion a reality. It is a really opportunity to stand here before you guys to show you what we do in our little kitchen here from our little city of Cuno, in the province of West Flanders, from our little country of Belgium. So I'm going to keep it. So you see what we do for mise en place before we can start service. So it's not so easy. Sometimes you can imagine if you have a very big restaurant, how many mise en place you have to do. So they are working there with a ton of guests, a lot of chefs and a lot of people together, put together to be able to bring a dish to a plate. So except people who are not making dish from scratch, then it will be easy. Like a lot of restaurants that are just buying everything that is pre-packed, and they are just like, if they are buying fries, it's already fries that have been sliced and pre-sliced, so they can just slice it and they don't have much work. But if you are giving this kind of meals that we are giving here, and you are making every meal from scratch, there is a lot of work involved, a lot of manual work involved to bring a delicious and fresh meal to the table. So I just want to use this also to show you how behind the scene look like before preparation for service. That is always very intensive working, and it's not easy as many people think, but it is a pleasure doing it because it's my passion and I love doing it. It's what I do all day long. So you can imagine how many bones that I have removed from the fish. So before, I was working in a restaurant where I can clean in a shift up to 50 kilos of fish. You can imagine how intensive it looks like. And even crafts langoustine, which is so difficult to clean and to remove the shells. So it takes hours to do that. You can imagine what it takes when you are when you have a big restaurant, everything you do to put the meals together before the guests arrive. So mise en place is a lot of time involved before the guests arrive for dinner or for lunch. So normally you have to twist it and remove it, but it's not so easy with white fish. It's so strong. It's not, if it's a, a farm fish, it's so easy. You just remove it. It's as if you are playing even with the bones. Everything will just be removed. But with a white fish, it's really hard to remove most of the white fish, especially the red bass. So hard. So but with this twister here, with these tools, I find it one of the best. I have bought a lot of it, but this one is really good. So I feel it again. Whoo, I'm here, the last fillet, ready with the last fillet. So yes, here. So I'm ready with the last fillet to clean the last fillet. Oh my god, I cannot wait to say yes, it's done. So unbelievable. So you see how long it takes to clean this up and to make this fillet, you know, to prepare it for dinner. So next time when you go to a restaurant, you receive a fresh fish that is fillet, you know that the chef have done a lot to bring that to your table. It's really intensive, especially if the fish is a white fish. So I feel it now and the bones are off. Oh my god. So this is the fillet. You can see it. You can see the fillet is clean now. But I'm just going to rinse it, bring it to clean water. So I'm going to bring some clean water so that I can rinse it. I'm going to bring the water there. So normally the fish have already been cleaned, but I'm still going to clean the fish, rinse it a bit so that the fish will really feel fresh. It's a really fresh fish. You can't even smell anything in the fish. So that is what we call fresh fish. Fresh fish should not smell. It should just smell like the sea. So that is how fresh fish should smell. It should not have any kind of odor. So that is fresh fish for you. So I'm just rinsing the fish a bit so they're normally cleaned. So I'm just cleaning them a bit. You don't need more than that to clean the fish. So I just clean them a bit and then allow them to dribble on top of the fish, the roaster here. And we are ready then for service. See how beautiful and gorgeous that fish look like. I love them so much. They taste so good, even though there's so much work with them. So I'm going to serve this delicious fish to our guests. And I am sure each and every one of them will be so glad. Check out tomorrow the post and our community post, and you will see the delicious and beautiful dish that I'm going to create using the mise en place of today. And you can check it out to get inspired. You see everything coming together in action. So it's not dirty, it's just the the color of the fish there. So I'm going to put everything aside, and then I'm going to remove everything here. So next time you see that there's a lot of work involved when you are doing mise en place. So that is why we intend to show you guys how it's done here in our kitchen. So I'm cleaning my table again. As I said, we always work and we clean, and at the end of the day we have very few things to clean, because we already clean half of what we need to clean. So it's always better to place the fish it's always better to place the fish on a roaster. So I place it on a roaster, so the fish, you see the water will be dripping from the fish, so that the fish will get dry. So before we start service, then how the fish is dried, so that, because you're not going to cook the fish like this, you are going to cook the skin to be crispy, this water has to be dry. So normally it will dripple here, you see it, and tomorrow, and when we stand up for service, the fish will be really clean, dry, and it's ready to be fried, to the skin to be crispy. And even if the water, if we see a little bit of water or liquid or on the skin, we have to dry it then with paper towel, because we really want to give the fish a crispy skin. So we are going to cover it to also prevent the fish from, because we have other things also in our refrigerator. So we always put everything according to the law here with food and control. So this is staying under the refrigerator and always covered tightly, so that there's no air coming in, or so it keeps it clean and preserved until service. So I'm going to take it to the refrigerator, and so okay, we have done most of the mise en place for our next service. So I thought I wanted to show the end result of the mise en place for the appetizer, but I think we will stop for today, because we still have some of the mise en place that we have to do off camera, and continue before we go to bed, because we have to mix our dough, we have to make other appetizer also, we have to make our mise en poire, that is slicing our onions, carrots, big vegetables to make our sauce for tomorrow. So there's still much to do, but we think that we cannot continue streaming, so we want to go offline so that we can continue doing our mise en place, and also want to wash a little bit of our dishes to clean up the dishes, before we continue again the mise en place before we go to bed. So we have a lot. We just wanted to show you guys behind the scene so that you see how we work here in our kitchen. We have a small restaurant, a very small restaurant. We hope one day when we build that relationship, we can show you around our kitchen, around our restaurant, so that you can see indoors how the restaurant look like, how our place here look like, what service we offer. We offer here a service of around 16 people can come to eat at once, and not more than that. I will make menus till until 7 course meal, and sometimes 5 or 4 or 3. Guests are always free to make choices of their menus, and even we serve a la carte also. Guests can also choose what they like to eat, and even we have here a special service for groups, for people who can specifically choose the type of food that they like to eat. Like for instance, clients can just phone or just make a reservation and say, I want to eat this, and they come in a group or family together, and we order that specific ingredient and specific food for them, and we prepare them here in our kitchen and we serve it to them. So that is how we do it here in our kitchen. So with Chef Vivian, as always, thank you everyone for joining us. We thank you for giving us your time, and thank you for spending this weekend and evening with us from our little city of Cuno, as always, from our little country here of Belgium, and here in our little province of West Flanders. Thank you all for joining us, and see you guys in the next streaming as usual. Ciao. Mwah. Love you guys. Thank you for joining us. And bye for now. Signing off, Chef Vivian. Ciao. Ciao.